So what we're going to be working on today is Dad and mine's old John Deere JD302A 3-cylinder diesel tractor. We got a bunch of rubber problems. So this tire is completely shot. You can see as I drove it over here, some of the wheel tires started coming off. We've had this tractor for a few years and it's been a good tractor. It works really well. The Gannon box function works, all the cylinders and all that work, but that tire, we've been nursing it for 2 years, not wanting to spend the money to replace it. And the other day when we were using it on something else, we tried using it and it won't even hold air anymore. So I think our time has come. So what we're going to do is put 2 new rear tires on it and 1 new front tire tube. Might put both tubes in it, but that one for sure needs a tube. So yeah, I think this John Deere tractor is out of the 70s somewhere. It used to be a school tractor used in something Valley schools. No, probably Paradise Valley schools. It's somewhere up in Phoenix. And then we got a hold of it and we've been using it for a few years. Really like this tractor. It's the right size for what we do around here. It's got a good sized bucket on it, and yeah, I really like this thing. So we need to keep it moving. Yeah, I haven't even tried to loosen them up yet. I was just about to try and jack this tire up and put it on a jack stand and then try it. I was gonna try and jack it up here and then put the jack stand under that axle. Yeah. All right. Dang. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I can still go higher. Gonna bust my tool. Yeah. Let me go get my breaker bar. I should have done that first. This is 46 inches, 47 inches, and the space between my wheel wells is 48 inches because I can fit a 4x8 sheet of drywall in there. So these should fit. It'll be tight, but they should fit. Hey, come on. That's all we got, boys. All right. Huh, different size. It's odd. One of them was a different size. You know, probably what happened is the trees out here have a lot of thorns and thistles. What happened is I probably ran over it with this, you know, a limb that had a big thorn on it. It probably went through the tube, or the tire, and punctured the tube, I'm guessing. I thought it was just a bunk tube, because I've had to put 2 or 3 tubes in this thing. Man, this is a big tube. This thing's huge. All right, brand new she was. All right, now for the two big boys. So much better. I hate looking at flat tires. It makes me feel like my equipment's garbage. So an update on these tractor tires. I drove to Phoenix because the shop shipped in some tires for us, but I got up there and they were tube type tires and I was wanting tubeless tires. So I could not get the tires, so I had to drive all the way back with my tires and rims. We ordered some tires from a local tire place and it's literally been weeks and weeks, so I don't know. We're trying to get the tire situation figured out for these rear tires. But in other news, what we're doing here is we're digging a trench, right? And you're wondering why I'm digging a trench. I'm putting in septic line all the way over here because for multiple reasons. So this area of my property was essentially doing nothing. Some months ago I trenched in water and electric. So I trenched in water all the way from there over there, and also from my electrical box right there, that tan thing, I dug a trench and you can actually see where the trench was right here, and I put in power here for like an RV. This is a 50 amp plug for an RV and plugins for other things. I want to eventually make this an electric gate, but I need to plumb in some kind of you know, a septic clean out, like a drain to go to my septic tank. I'm not on city sewer, I'm on septic tank. And what we're doing today is we're digging that trench. Well, actually my friend Kirk is, who works in construction. He's digging the trench so we can lay some of this pipe. I got it all laid out right here. We're digging about 180 to 190 foot of septic pipe, 4-inch. But my septic line is right there. My septic tank is like right there. And while they're doing that, I don't want to get in their way and stuff, so I'm trying to hang some lights up in the shop right now. So I got 8 of these LED lights. So there's 2 in a package. Let me set it over here. So these are going to be my shop lights, and since I have 8 of them, what I'm going to do is we're going to do 4 per section, so 4 per half of the carport, shop, whatever you want to call it. So if you look at how this is laid out, there's a section in between the purlins there, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to put the lights, 2 lights here and 2 lights at the end. We can have this whole place lit up, and I'll put it on 2 light switches so I can do one half or the other or both. So my theory here, I just brought out this little tool I had in my shed, and it's actually for hanging drywall. I bought it from Harbor Freight when I was renovating my house, and it's just a little jig that you can put drywall on and lift it up to the roof, so you don't have to hold it and screw it in at the same time and possibly break it. And I thought, well, why don't I use it to put these lights up? I'm hoping it goes tall enough. Look at that. If it goes tall enough, I can just set the light on it, set it where I want it, you know, and put it in, and not have to hold it and try and wire it up there and all that other crap. Look at that. Let's see if it goes high enough. It's got like a clutch on it where you can release it. It'll only go one way. And when you crank it up, it brakes, so it won't come down on you until you release the clutch. So let's see. High enough. This wasn't a bad little investment. Coming back over to the trench, so my septic line is 3 foot down. You got to have an 1/8 to 1/4 inch drop the whole way. You know, you got to get the turds out of there. You can't have it flat like you can water and electric, because water will stand. You can't have standing water. So it has to have a certain amount of incline as you go along. And that electric's nothing. There used to be a shed over here, and there's not a shed anymore, and so that I disconnected that a long time ago. But look at that. That's way faster than I could have done it, because I have rented a trencher before and dug trenches, and I couldn't do it that fast. I'm not a construction guy. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Let's set this line up here. In there. I don't want them hanging down because I want the clearance. You know, I want them sort of, the purlin I think is 8 inches, so I want it in the purlin. Like that. Trench is pretty much dug, almost to where we want it. I got to move this forklift so Kurt can get to the end. So the end of the septic clean out is going to be right around here, almost where the electric comes up. It's about a 200-foot trench. It's looking pretty good. Had to push some of the rock out of the way. Once we get the septic pipe all glued up and put in, shove the dirt back over it, put the rock back over it, it'll be like we were never here. The only problem we had was I think I didn't tell him where the water line was exactly. I marked it, you know, going over there, because I knew it was right here, but I was off a little bit, and he thought it was here, but he kept digging in. And he found it. He found it. Had to go shut the water off to the property, but whatever. Water's not, I mean, water lines aren't that expensive. I bought all these sticks and the couplers for like 20 bucks. What I was really concerned about was hitting any electric, which is over that way, and I marked it around where it was, and he didn't hit it, so. Alright, so they got the T in here, 4-inch. Got it all glued in over here to the corner. Let me get over here. Got the 90 glued. It's all laid down, looking pretty good. When I went to turn the water on, we found another place where it broke over there. So we got to fix that too. I'm about to go up to the store and get a few pieces of water pipe, 3/4. Coming all the way back. Got it 90'd up, septic clean out here with my lid on it, so if someone's not using it or you don't have an RV septic line hooked up or whatever, you can screw a cap on it so dirt doesn't get in there. I mean, sometimes I put coffee cans over them, but stuff can still dig its way in there, so a cap ensures nothing can get in there. We can keep things moving. Alright, you can hardly even tell where it happened. So it's right there by those septic pipes that come up here, all the way, rocks put back over. It's almost like it didn't even happen. Yeah, I couldn't have done this in this amount of time, no way, even if I had rented one and whatever. All the way back. Looking pretty good. I'm excited. Those are working and not leaking anymore. So now we're wound for sound. We got everything. And coming back under the carport, I have 2 lights hung. I would have got more done, but I had to run to the store like a bunch of times and make sure, you know, get a few more PVC parts and stuff for them so they could keep working. So I figured out a good way to wire these. I got just wire going through one hook over to the other side. I got these metal clamps, these wire clamps and some hooks. And then I had to drill holes over here on these ones. See, I drilled holes. Put that in, and yeah, they're looking pretty good. I'm on my 3rd one over here. That drywall hanger has been pretty good for this, actually. Glad I bought that. battery's about dead. Here we go. All right. Pick up 4 hooks, 2 loop-de-loop wires, strands, and my ratchet is in my pocket because when I put them up there, I loosen these and tighten it up to, I want them as high up as possible for clearance. You know, I want them up in the rafters, not below them. Hook in there, hook in there. And there's 2 hooks on the actual light. One. The other. Hook number 2. See how this looks. Not bad. We might have to do a little adjusting once we're done, you know, for unevenness, but we can do that later. I got to mark 7 foot in. That's about the middle where I'm going to put them. So my Sharpie is where? Let's play that game. All right, good deal. One more. All right, last light. All right. Whew, that was ridiculous, honestly. All right, look at that. We got 4 on one half, 4 on the other. And I hooked one of them up before I put them up, like I just plugged it in to see how bright it was. It was pretty bright. So 8 of them, I mean, should be enough. And if you're wondering where I got these lights, Dad picked them up for free somewhere, and he got a bunch of them, and I got some off of him. So I can't really tell you where I bought them, but they're LPL 24 or LPL 25s. I'll put it right here just to tell you what they are. They're like almost like the lights you would see in a school classroom or whatever, but they light up really, really evenly, which I like. I mean, the whole thing just looks like one solid light in there. So it should produce some pretty good even lighting. I got my plug box up there, my cover, and my 2 plug-ins. So I put a 4 plug-in box there, and back here where the other 2 lights are, I put another 4 plug-in box. So there's going to be 8 plug-ins for 4 lights on this side and that side. And the reason for that is in case I want to plug stuff in wherever I'm at around here. If I want to plug something into the ceiling, I won't have to unplug a light to run, I don't know, a tool, a light that's on the ground. Like for instance, I could put this light anywhere in the shop. The cord is long enough to where I could plug it into the roof and run my spotlight. And my mechanic's light, which I just bought from a thrift store, which is pretty cool. This is an old school mechanics shop light. Something you would see at a shop in the 50s or 60s. This is actually genuine too. This was made in Valparaiso, Indiana. So say I want to plug this bad boy in while I'm working. It has a long enough cord to where I can plug it into the roof, have it hang down, and I don't have to find an extension cord along the ground or something like that. So yeah, that's the reason. And I'll probably put the light switches right here. I'll be running power along this wall right here, over here. I'll pull power from over here. That's my circuit box or breaker box, and somewhere over here I'll pull power. And then since the lines will be live all the way over to here, I'm going to put some plug-ins along this wall too. So I've wired up all these lights with cords right here, put a plug-in on the end, and wire nutted them into the light. I just bought a 50-foot extension cord, cut it up into the lengths I need, wired them all up. I got some of them hanging up on the top of the light, but the plug-in is going to go, right here and right there. And I'm going to pull power from here, knock the hole out so I can put the wires in. And then this fitting I put on here is going to go that way, where I'm going to have plug-ins along the wall, and then I'm going to have a light switch by the back door for the lights. And then this one coming up is going to have a light switch on the wall, like right here-ish, whatever eye level. And then I'm going to have conduit going up and straight this way. There, 120. So let's turn that breaker off. Yeah, we're definitely off. No power. So we can take this apart, put our box in, and do what we're gonna do. Alright guys, so it's the next morning and here's an update on where we're at. You can see I've got wire hanging out. So I finished all the conduit yesterday. You can see right there running along the wall all the way to the other side, up and into the rafters there. I ran the wire all through the conduit. I mounted the boxes where they need to be. I screwed the conduit up to the carport, hold it up. So basically all we have to do now is wire up our light switches and plug-ins. Have some extra hanging out here. Here's where our power comes out at, right? This is power from the house. So what prompted all this is last September, I poured this slab. And then a few months after that, I actually erected this carport building shop thing. I have a video on that if you guys want to go watch it. I'll post a link to it in the description, but it was about a year ago I did this, and the video didn't get a lot of views, probably because it wasn't, car content, abandoned, will it run, will it drive stuff, so it didn't do real well, but whatever. Because we're going to be having a holiday get together, a lot of friends, some people from our church and stuff, and on top of that, I've needed power out here anyway. I've been working out here for a year with really no plug-ins, no lights, nothing like that. I just had to kind of work during the day. So this was a this was much needed either way. I know what you're thinking. Why would having a get-together prompt you to put lights in your shop? It doesn't make sense. We're gonna be having like 20 people over here, and we're gonna be out here. We're gonna have tables and chairs set up out here, and since it's gonna be nighttime, you know, we need lights out here. That's the whole gist. We got tables and chairs. We're gonna be set up here. Okay, the lights are up, everything's put together, everything is wired in, it's finally dark now. Let's try these lights out. Alright. Alright. You ready, babe? Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, go. Man. It's like a whole new world in here. This was the perfect amount of lights. Man, it lights this place up like a Christmas tree. Check it out. Oh man, this is friggin' great. You like it?
Yep. Right.
Just what it needed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See everything now?
Huh?
You can like gather out here though and stuff.
Yeah, now we can have get-togethers and stuff. We can back the cars out, put tables and chairs up and stuff, and you know, have barbecues, cookouts, holiday parties, all that stuff. So it's not just a shop, but it's like a gathering place. That's always what I wanted my property to be, was like a gathering place, or like a, you know, place where people can hang out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think Emily wants that too.
Yeah.
Emily, we like hosting.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
I like hosting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So, gosh, this is so nice. Not having to use like a headlamp or whatever. I mean, you can, there's not even like a shadow barely. You could totally work under here and not wonder where your hands are. Dang. Oh, I'm so happy with this. So happy with this. Yeah, I've been procrastinating on this for about a year because I've had those lights in my shed. This is like caveman finding fire. So cool. Gosh. Makes me feel like a legitimate shop now, you know? I mean, it makes me feel like, boom, you're in business, baby. That's our current project. I'm sure if you follow the channel, you're seeing all the updates and videos on this right now. 1950 Chevy, same body style as my 50 GMC. So it kind of harkens back to an earlier time in my life when this was my first truck. So kind of very familiar with these. So either way, guys, tomorrow morning, the tires are supposed to be done and put on our rims for the tractor. We're gonna go down, get the tires and put them on, and I got some metal to scrap. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, so I think today is the day finally for these tires. We're gonna crank up the forklift, put the tires in the back of the truck, take them down to the tire place, hopefully get these put on, because once I get these tires put on, I'm going to scrap some steel that I've been saving in my yard. So we'll turn the gas on, and all my keys are inside. Great, yep, of course. We got a little bit of sprinkles going on today. It's always good to get rain in Arizona. I like rainy days. Pretty hard. I might have to set my phone down, you know, I don't want anything to get damaged. So we're unloading these tires here, gonna have them done. We're gonna have to come back later, but they do tires for all sorts of things. They do tires for big rigs. They got a lot of big rig tires right here. I mean, just stacks and stacks and stacks of tires, all for big stuff, heavy machinery, and they even do stuff for the mines. We got a lot of mines here in Arizona, and you can see this tire right here. That tire right there is about to the top of the windshield of that big rig, and I asked him, and he said that's about a $30,000 tire. It's gonna go on a piece of mining equipment, and it might last a year. Isn't that crazy? If you had to do 4 of them, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's $120,000 for a year out of those tires. I can't imagine running that kind of operation. All right, we're back here the next day at the tire place. They got the tires done and on the rims, and I gotta say, it looks really good. We picked out some Carlisles. These are 14.9 by 24 R1 tread 8-ply tires, tubeless. We wanted tubeless, so these, I'm excited. These are really, really good looking tires. We definitely needed these. I like that little jig right there. Makes life easy, I'm sure.
Side shift that way just a hair? Yeah, once you start shoving that one in, it'll shove that other one forward a little bit.
Man, that tool is fascinating to me. I just can't get enough of looking at that thing. Dad's gonna grease the zert there. We're not sure if we ever remember seeing it. Okay. A lot higher?
A little more. All right, so we're starting to hook. Go ahead. You need to be right there. Lift up, turn. About. There you go. Where's your bolts? Let's go a little bit more.
Finally, brand new set of tires to the tune of about $1,100. They look good. This was needed. I can't throw this away. An old harmonic balancer, dampener, shoe, skill saw that's locked up, quadrajet from the 73 Camper Special Dodge, some bits of steel. Let's see, put those here. See this metal pile, I've been saving this stuff. I think since I moved in here, I've never made a scrap metal run, and I moved in here in 2020, so about 3 years worth of stuff, brake drums and brake parts, old stuff I've taken off of cars, scraps from my carport when I built it a year ago. These are the posts. Gas tank from the 60 Impala 2500 mile fly and drive, my best performing video of 2023. Everything is loaded up, strapped down, got a bunch of steel, some wire, a couple batteries, a couple radiators. All this stuff back here is actually aluminum, and I'm gonna have to deal with it tomorrow. What sucks is this is gonna be just as difficult to load, and you're not gonna get any money for it. Alright, so we're here at the scrapyard in the morning. I thought I could go yesterday, but I was cutting it too close on time, so I'm about to go over these scales. Can I just go or what? Weighing in at 78.40. They always got a lot going on around here. It's a pretty busy scrapyard. Alright, we're going back across the scales the other way, dumped everything. We're at 6560. What were we at? 7400. That was only 1,000 pounds. Wasn't even a ton. Jeez. Had a little more faith in myself than that. Now we gotta go over here because I got some radiators and batteries to get rid of. There's a different section for that. So the total take from the sheet metal was $97.65. I came in at $78.40. I left at $65.80. That was a net of 1,260 pounds of steel at $155 a ton. That's $97 right there. And then the other stuff I brought through 96 pounds of batteries, 24 pounds of dirty, which is a radiator, that's dirty aluminum. Dirty brass was a brass radiator, and insulated #1 copper wire. I had some like scrap wiring, that's $93.84. So we came out we came out with like $190 for 3 years of saving steel. Yeah, I'm rolling in it. Well, we got quite a bit done in this video, done a lot of things that were a long time coming. I know it's a little different than from what I normally post, old car, classic car, abandoned car, truck content with Dad and me, but I figured it was still pretty interesting and that you guys would like to see it either way. Obviously, we are continuing work on the 1950 Chevy, getting it roadworthy, getting it going, but it's nice now that I have some lights to work under while I'm doing it. Got a tractor that works. It just makes things really nice. Sometimes you got to take some time away from actually working to do things that make your working a little easier. So either way, I very much appreciate each and every one of you for viewing and watching and liking and commenting and leaving feedback and subscribing. If you're not subscribed, subscribe already, because I think less than 30% of the people that watch my videos are subscribers. So if you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe even click on the notification bell so you know when I put out a new video, because we are going to be putting out videos all year this year in 2024 and beyond. So they're just going to keep coming. So I hope to see you in the next one.